Hello everybody, welcome to this course Forward Collision Warning. Forward collision warning is a very important ADAS functionality, and we will see what exactly this functionality is about and how exactly it enhances the driver safety. Forward collision warning warns you of an impending collision by detecting stopped or slowly moving vehicles ahead of your vehicle. The forward collision warning uses radar, lasers or cameras to scan the road ahead while you drive. Okay, understand this sentence very carefully. Suppose you are driving on the road and the vehicle in front of you also is driving at equal velocity. Now suddenly the vehicle in front of you slams to a stop, a hard stop. Then there's a good chance your vehicle may collide with the vehicle. So this forward collision warning, it warns you, it uses the radar, lasers and cameras, and it warns you that there is a impending collision. Forward collision warning is an important feature in driver assistance and automated driving systems, where the goal is to provide correct, timely, and reliable warnings to the driver before an impending collision with a vehicle in the front. To achieve the goal, vehicles are equipped with forward fusion facing vision and radar sensors. So, here both vision and radar are important. Now, you may think that to detect the vehicle, it is usually the radar, but sometimes camera also plays a very important role. All right. So the goal is to provide correct, timely, and reliable warning. These three words are important. Let me underline these three for you. To achieve the goal, vehicles are equipped with forward-facing vision and radar sensors. Rear-end crashes are one of the most important types of collisions. They are often the result of drivers following too closely or vehicles that are distracted or speeding. Now, this is something which happens. Suppose you are following a vehicle, following the vehicle in a too close manner. Here, if you see this drawing, if the distance is very less, okay. Now, suddenly this vehicle comes to a hard stop. There's a good chance this vehicle goes and collides to this vehicle. So, maintaining a good distance is always preferable. But in case in case there is a collision, in case there is a close following, then this forward collision warning comes into picture. A survey has found out that 80% of rear-end crashes could be prevented with forward collision avoidance systems. The driver whose car hit the car ahead is typically considered to be at fault. So, and moreover, this is the problem is the main problem this forward collision warning is trying to solve is the vehicle which collides from behind is considered to be at fault. I think it is also a law that if a vehicle coming from behind and collides the car, irrespective of the fault of the front car, it is always the back car which is considered to be at the fault. Okay, so always remember this to resolve this problem, forward collision warning plays a very important role. How does it work? The system sends a visual and audio alert when it detects a imminent collision with a vehicle or motorcycle ahead, both on highways or in urban areas. So this particular functionality, forward collision warning, it always warns the driver of the imminent collision or impending collision both on highways and in urban areas. And the system issues an alert up to 3 seconds. This is important. Up to 3 seconds before a collision. So 3 seconds before the collision, the system issues an alert. And how does it issue an alert? It usually issues an alert by audio or visual recognition or haptic recognition or tactile recognition like vibrating of the seat or vibrating of the seat belt. Somehow or other, it alerts a driver. Along with it, there is always a visual display on the instrumental cluster. We will see that in the coming videos. There are various types of this forward collision warning. One is tailgating alert, warns the driver if they are following too closely. As I said, if the vehicle is, if the ego vehicle or the vehicle driven by us is following a particular vehicle too closely, then it will warn you. It will also warn you if when there is a collision alert. It will also warn you when there is a pedestrian detection. Also, junction turning and also junction crossing. It also helps the avoid collisions with oncoming vehicles when turning left or right. It also helps the collisions with oncoming vehicles when crossing intersection. Okay, so these are all these two especially are supplementary application. The main application is to warn the vehicle that there is an impending collision. Okay, so I request all of you to see this particular see this particular video. It will really
Forward collision warning scans the road ahead. The forward collision warning feature monitors the traffic ahead and may detect if you're about to crash into another car. If the system detects that a hazard is in your path, it warns you to brake with flashing lights, warning tones, and other visual alerts displayed on the dashboard or windshield. Brake or steer to safety, and always use a safe following distance, at least 3 seconds, to reduce the risk of a crash. No more. Drive safer. Visit mycardoeswhat.org.
let's see one more.
Today, we spend more and more time on the road. The duration and distance of travel are constantly increasing. This often leads to high traffic volumes and an increased risk of rear-end collisions. This is where the predictive emergency braking system from Bosch can effectively support the driver. The system, which is based on the networking of a radar sensor with the electronic stability program or electronic stability control, continuously analyzes the traffic ahead. When at a vehicle speed below 30 km per hour or 18 miles per hour, the emergency braking system detects a critical proximity to a moving or stationary vehicle ahead. It prepares the braking system for potential emergency braking. Thus, full braking power is available valuable hundreds of seconds earlier. If the driver fails to react to the critical situation, the predictive emergency braking system will automatically initiate full braking to potentially avoid the collision. Should a rear-end collision be unavoidable, the intervention can at least minimize the force of the collision, reducing the risk of injury to the passengers in both vehicles. When at a vehicle speed of over 30 km per hour or 18 miles per hour, the predictive emergency braking system detects a critical approach to the vehicle ahead, it prepares the braking system for potential emergency braking. In addition, the system warns the driver by means of a visual and/or audio signal, followed by a brief but clearly perceptible brake jerk. After issuing the collision warning, the emergency braking system automatically initiates partial braking to reduce the speed of the vehicle, giving the driver more time to react. As soon as the driver presses the brake pedal, the predictive emergency braking system provides braking support. The system continuously calculates the degree of vehicle deceleration needed to avoid collision. When the system detects that the driver is not braking hard enough, it increases braking pressure so that the vehicle is brought to a standstill before a collision occurs if possible. Should the driver fail to react at all to the immediate risk of collision and the predictive emergency braking system detects that a rear-end collision is unavoidable, it can automatically initiate full braking. This calls for superior object recognition and collision risk assessment capabilities. An additional surround sensor, such as a video camera, is thus used to enhance the radar sensor. The full braking action significantly lowers vehicle speed at impact, reducing the severity of the accident for the passengers of both vehicles. The predictive emergency braking system from Bosch helps to avoid rear-end collisions and to mitigate the consequences should they occur.
Bosch, invented for life.
Now just let's see the now let's see the general ADAS architecture. Now, well, by now you should have understood what the general ADAS architecture is. Our general ADAS architecture is, first of all, this for this functionality is the front of the vehicle, and major the most important sensor is the radar, and next is the perception layer. It detects the objects in the same lane, calculates speed and distance of both your vehicle and the vehicle which is moving ahead of you. So based on this calculation, it makes a decision whether to alert the driver or not. Now in the video you saw that the system functionality itself is taking action to reduce the speed by automatically braking. There's a small overlap actually in this functionality and another functionality called automatic emergency braking, AEB, which I'll be touching upon in the coming videos. So but now you understand that forward collision warning also has a slight overlap with automatic emergency braking. Now, what is this actuation layer? In this actuation layer, it clearly it clearly gives a tactile warning, haptic warning, or audio. In the video, you have seen that sometimes the vehicle itself jerks so that the driver becomes more alert and he regains the situational awareness of the traffic situation. Okay, it can be seat vibration, it can be seat belt vibration, it can be some kind of display. All these things, they form or they converge to become the forward collision warning. Okay, thank you.